Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, hold on to your hats, folks. We got a couple of bits of information just came into our newsroom. The numbers came down just a short while ago after a big delay overnight. And here are your Powerball numbers. These are official: 10, 33, 41, 47, 56. The Powerball was 10 and Power Play 2. But we've also just been told that the lotteries already know that nobody won Powerball for these numbers. So the jackpot for tomorrow night jumps to $2.04 billion.
And taking a look right there, there's a live shot of one of the polling places here in Bexar County. Looking like the lines have already started. Again, these polls opened just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, it's over at Lions Field. And a good morning to you. It is Monday, Tuesday, November the 8th, and I think we're having some microphone issues, so I'm going to lean a little closer to Stephanie so everybody can hear her right now.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. And again, we're going to have an update on Powerball again coming up here in just a moment. Let's go right over and get an update on weather and traffic. I don't know which one we're starting with first.
Me. Hey, guys.
Yeah, help
Good
us out.
morning.
If you guys could stall a minute, we'll get this microphone switched out. Thank you.
If there's anything I'm good at, it's talking
Stalling.
about the weather, or stalling, as Mark just said there. So hey, let's take a look at the aquifer. Now, the aquifer is actually up 1/10 of a foot over the past 24 hours. That's some good news, but you can notice that the aquifer level is some 30 feet below the monthly average. As we look at the pollen count, this is a bit of an update. Molds have gone up from yesterday. The reason for that is the little bit of dampness we've seen out there and the high humidity, too. Molds are moderate at 900. Pigweed is low at 10. Okay, today is election day, and it is very muggy outside right now this morning. It's 72 degrees in San Antonio, 68 in Bulverde, 74 at Port SA, 72 in Hondo. As we take a look at the satellite here too, you can see that we've got a good mix of sun and clouds. It's cloudy in Gonzales County, but throughout Bexar County, seeing peaks of sunshine all the way up into Comal County and Kendall County as well. As you're planning your day, perhaps heading to the polls, here's what you can expect for today. Around noon, we'll be at 79 degrees, mostly cloudy. 2 p.m., 85 for our temperature around 2 p.m. And for the high temperature today, about 85 in the afternoon. There is a 20% chance for an isolated thunder shower right around the time of the evening commute. I think about 20% coverage. There will be a couple of people turning on their windshield wipers during the evening commute, but we do not expect widespread rain by any means. So all in all, a humid and warm day for us. In fact, today is going to be about 12 degrees warmer than seasonably average. All right, if you're heading out to the polls, know that it's going to be humid. And hey, Stephen, let's go ahead and take a check of the roads with your traffic authority. What are things looking like out there?
Thank you, Sarah Spivey. Well, things look a lot better if you plan to hit the roads and maybe cast your ballot this morning. But let's get a quick look here. Shaky shot. TransGuide showing us there at State Highway 151 near Loop 410 near that intersection. We had a crash during Good Morning America earlier, and that was causing some issues for drivers in those eastbound lanes of 151. Camera's still a little shaky out there, but thankfully the conditions have quickly improved. So if you have to travel through there, no big rush. As we get you right to that lane, it's going to be those eastbound lanes where we had that incident. Just drive with some caution this morning. While the commute has dwindled down in some areas, we still have a few slowdowns that remain, and it's in those usual hot spots along 281 if you are just outside of Loop 1604 on the north side, as well as 1604 where we have that ongoing bridge widening work I talked about earlier in the week. But if you want to plan your commute ahead of time and know what to expect, what lanes and roads to avoid if you plan to head out to the polls, grab those phones right now. You can scan that QR code by tapping the center of your screen. It takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. Has a full list of all the closures at the bottom of the screen. Mark, stuff.
Thank you, Stephen.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
Today is Election Day, and the polls are open until 7 p.m. About 70% of registered voters have yet to cast their vote in this election, so officials are asking for patience if you're stuck in a long line. You can find a list of polling locations on our website at ksat.com.
Control of the U.S. House is on the line today, and so is the role of House Speaker. 2 people likely are vying for the position. Representative Kevin McCarthy of California says he will run for Speaker if Republicans take control of the House. Incumbent Speaker Nancy Pelosi isn't saying whether she would retire if that happened.
Wall Street is heading into the midterm election looking a bit like a bust, which isn't great news for President Biden's stock market record. According to CFRA research, Biden's S&P 500 numbers are the second worst since Jimmy Carter was president. Stocks surged early in Biden's presidency, but the Federal Reserve's attack on inflation has contributed to the slump.
The federal judge overseeing a review of documents seized from former President Trump's Florida home announced two next steps in his review process. The judge plans to have an in-person hearing with both sides on December 1st. He also plans to consult the National Archives on its practices and guidances regarding the categorization of materials under the Presidential Records Act.
High inflation is weighing heavily on Americans, and with everything costing more, consumers seem to be relying more on their savings and credit cards. According to newly released Federal Reserve data, American consumers borrowed another $25 billion in September.
It appears Twitter may be having some trouble with containing misinformation. The voting rights group Common Cause says Twitter appears to be reacting slowly to bogus tweets. This comes after owner Elon Musk laid off about half of Twitter's workforce last week.
Florida is preparing for a subtropical storm that could become a hurricane later this week. Governor Ron DeSantis declaring a state of emergency for multiple counties. This latest system coming less than 2 months after Hurricane Ian pummeled western and central Florida. The storm is expected to make landfall tomorrow night.
A government report released yesterday found the U.S. as one of the world's worst offenders in contributing to the climate crisis. The study says our country has warmed 68% faster than the planet as a whole over the past 50 years. Temperatures are 2.5 degrees warmer in the U.S. than in any other place around the globe.
Latest Powerball drawing delayed due to one of the participating lotteries still processing sales and play data. Powerball just released the winning number shortly after 8:30 this morning. The estimated jackpot is at $1.9 billion with a cash option of $929 million. And that's today's 9 at 9.
So we have an update real quick on the lottery. It's $2.04 billion Powerball jackpot now. So it's a big drawing tomorrow.
For tomorrow night. That's right. Okay. We'll have the latest coming up on our website at KSAT.com. They're about to push a new article about that as well. Today, you get to decide who will be the governor of Texas, lieutenant governor, state attorney general, and local seats like Bexar County judge.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the polling site at Lyons Field, where voters are already lined up. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. Very exciting morning. About 50 people are here so far, but it's been like this since polls opened. About 50 people, but we're expecting that traffic to pick up. The entire parking lot almost full. Bexar County has over 300 election sites to choose from. There are different polling locations, schools, libraries, churches, city halls. They are open until 7 p.m. In Bexar County, there are more than 1.2 million registered voters, and more than 350,000 took advantage of early voting. That means 70% of registered voters have yet to cast their vote, so we could see a lot of people heading to the polls today. Bexar County election judges have been preparing for long lines. There was a lot of pressure on the number of voting locations this year after a judge ordered the county to add over 100 extra polling locations and staff. And today, VIA is giving voters a chance to get a free ride to a polling place. Passengers just need to show their voter registration card to the driver. Now, election officials are asking people to please be patient. Nationwide, millions of ballots have already been cast. CNN's Karen Kafa reports from Capitol Hill on what we can expect today.
We do not expect to see President Joe Biden hold any public events today, meaning he's made his closing case to voters ahead of an election day where he's not on the ballot, but his party and his policies are. These elections will shape his agenda for the next 2 years and also tee up the 2024 presidential election. In the final hours of the 2022 midterm campaign, Democrats, including President Joe Biden, asking voters to see this less as a referendum on his presidency and more as a defense against a potentially destructive Republican majority.
We know in our bones that our democracy is at risk, and we know that this is your moment to defend it.
Republicans, optimistic voters will blame Democrats for decades-high inflation, pinching Americans every time they go to the grocery store, and other issues hitting households more acutely as the party aims to flip both chambers of Congress.
Why is it competitive? Cost of living, crime, the inflation. the lost learning through COVID.
Republicans also eyeing former President Donald Trump's sway in tight contests like the U.S. Senate race in Ohio, where Trump stumped Monday night as the former president flirts with announcing a 2024 bid.
Tomorrow you must vote Republican in a giant red wave that we've all been hearing about.
But Democrats also see the talk of another Trump run as a motivator for their voters, especially women.
Our strength is based on who we lift up. And so we will fight, and when we fight, we win.
Vice President Kamala Harris crisscrossing the country to campaign with women candidates in the home stretch, centering a closing message against Republicans' restrictive abortion and voting rights proposals, two issues Democrats hope will make a difference. And we probably will not get that full picture of the balance of power here on Capitol Hill tonight or even tomorrow morning. Each state sets its own election laws, and so looking at some with particularly competitive races, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin don't start processing mail-in ballots until Election Day. And in Georgia, one of those candidates needs to get at least 50% of the vote, or that race goes to a December runoff. On Capitol Hill, I'm Karen Kafa.
Back here at Lions Field, one of the voting locations, traffic is picking up. Now, the latest information on where to vote, what you need, and the races, you can find it on KSAT.com. Tonight at 7 p.m., Steve Spriester, Stefania Jimenez, and Myra Arthur will have an election night results live stream. You won't want to miss that. You can watch it on KSAT.com, YouTube, and our KSAT app. That's going to be a very exciting live stream. Mark, Stephanie?
Yes, it will. Thank you, Tiffany.
9:09, 72 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
A San Antonio councilman in the middle of controversy. David Sears has this story coming up in your morning headlines. And welcome back. It's about 9:13. After a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic, the city's Veterans Parade will return this weekend. As organizers make their final preps for the parade, they wanted to remind people it is still happening. Many forgot there was a parade, but this year marks the 21st year of the event. Organizers say they know every day people are grateful for veterans service, but this is a day to show it.
It's vital because there's only 1% of the population that ever puts on the uniform of this country, and it's because of the veterans that we have our freedoms and we can enjoy a peaceful life.
The parade is this Saturday beginning at noon near 4th Street and Alamo Street, and it'll end at San Seba Street.
It's going to be chilly for that parade.
We're excited about that.
Yeah.
Outside with live cam, clouds ruined the show as far as the total lunar eclipse for most folks overnight. But things have started to break up a little bit at 9:13, Sarah.
They really have. Yeah, it's good. It just means it's going to be warmer because we've got all the sun. But hey, you know what? We've got the tale of two seasons this week. Spring through Thursday and then winter through the weekend as well. So,
nice change.
Yeah, nice change. Let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. Again, as Mark was saying, some peaks of sunshine out there. Temperatures are on the rise. It's 72 degrees. East winds at about 10 miles per hour. Humidity is high, not quite as high as it was yesterday morning, but you can still feel that humidity out there. And as we take a look at satellite and temperatures around San Antonio, notice you can see really where the sun has been. In San Antonio and at Stinson and Pleasanton, that's where we've had a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures are in the low 70s to mid 70s in those locations. Meanwhile, it's still pretty cloudy out in Bandera where it's 68 degrees and 66 at Bernie Stage Airfield. A wider view here, a little bit of sun down near Cotulla at 75, 74 in Del Rio, 70 in Gonzales, and 68 in Rock Springs. Again, the humidity is going to be a major factor today. You're going to feel how humid it is out there. Dew points are in the upper 60s. That's close to the top of our scale. And with winds from the east and from the southeast, we're going to continue to see humidity be high all the way through Friday when that front moves through. But as I take you through the future cast today, if you're planning on voting, know that you really shouldn't have too many interruptions, apart from perhaps during the evening rush hour. There could be one or two isolated thunder showers during the evening rush hour from about 4 till about 6 to 7 p.m. You can see on the future cast a couple of showers may pepper the radio radar later on this afternoon. This is a snapshot right at about 6 o'clock. So as you're planning your evening commute, know that there could be a couple of you that may need to turn on your windshield wipers a few times. Otherwise, coverage for that will only be about 20%. So again, we're not expecting a full-on washout with everyone being impacted by any kind of thunder showers in the afternoon. Now, today, though, it is going to be a warm one, especially compared to the seasonal average, which is 74 degrees this time of year. So it's going to be 85 in San Antonio, 83 in Hondo, 82 in Converse, 79 in Bulverde, Bernie, and Helotes, 80 in Kerrville and Comfort, 83 in Nixon, Smiley, and 83 in Floresville. Here's a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast over the next 12 hours. Again, no chance for rain through until about 4 p.m. It'll become partly cloudy this afternoon with temperatures warming up to 85 for the high temperature. Again, it's right around 2, 3, 4 that we start to introduce that small chance, 20% for an isolated thunder shower. And in the evening, it'll be partly cloudy and muggy. Temperatures will be in the 70s this evening. Let's talk about the next big thing, our weather setup for us. Now, across the state of Texas, just a couple of showers near the coast. It's a different story for folks in Florida dealing with a mid-November tropical storm Nicole. You can see a very characteristic swirl there around that center of low pressure. Nicole is actually expected to strengthen into a hurricane by about Wednesday night and then make landfall and impact areas across Florida through Thursday with some pretty heavy rain and across the East Coast as well. Notice that Nicole takes a sharp turn to the east. The reason for that is this big low pressure system, which is going to sweep across the United States, push Nicole off to the east and bring cold air to a good portion of the United States. Look at that, 2 below in Cut Bank, Montana. Now, we're not going to get that cold in San Antonio, but take a look at what happens to our afternoon temperatures. We see temperatures fall from the 80s into the 60s throughout the day on Friday and into the 50s over the weekend. So that's the highs, not the morning lows. It's going to be a chilly change for us by the weekend. We'll be talking a little bit more about the impacts of that front coming up here in the next half hour or so when we do another forecast around 9:45-ish. So I hope you'll stick around for that. Otherwise, you know, if you're not a fan of the damp and humid weather, just wait until the weekend. It's going to be windy. I don't think we're going to have really a good chance for rain over the weekend as well with that cooler weather.
Just nice and cool.
Yeah, just nice sweater weather out there.
Sounds good. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Time right now, 9:18, 72 degrees.
Holiday scams are already here. How one woman almost fell for it and why it involves the post office.
And a live look again at Lions Field. Voting Day 2022. A few folks waiting patiently to cast their ballots. You're watching live coverage right here on KSAT 12. We'll be back. In your morning headlines, the San Antonio City Council members may be avoiding a DWI charge, and the FBI now investigating an explosion downtown.
And ho, 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 there's another holiday scam and cutting down your conversation with Siri. David Sears is here. Good morning.
Morning.
Marty, you don't have to talk to Siri so long unless you really want to. Unless, like, your friend is Siri and that's all you have.
Cut to the chase with
But you can, like,
our voice assistant.
Eliminate some words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have that in just a second. A city councilman found lying in his backyard, injured and smelling like alcohol, according to San Antonio police. That councilman, District 10 Clayton Perry, he is now being investigated for a possible hit and run crash on the north side of town near his home. That's according to KSAT sources. A witness saw the crash and then followed the vehicle to Perry's home. Although the police report has redacted his name, sources have told KSAT that it was Perry. Here is the twist. The police officer who responded could not confirm that Perry was driving the vehicle and then left the scene without testing him for alcohol or arresting him. After speaking with the witness, the officer wrote that it was believed to be Perry. Without the sobriety test and ability to prove Perry was intoxicated, he won't be investigated for DWI. However, the offenses listed were failure to stop and give information in a crash with damages. He is facing up to 180 days in jail and a $2,000 fine. The FBI is on the case of what appears to be paint cans exploding under a sculpture. There's the man putting them down. There's the paint cans right under that sculpture. And then wait for it. Hold on, it's coming. Hold on. Boom. Do you see that? Big explosion. Left a lot of smoke behind, but very little damage. It's happening right outside of the Texas Public Radio headquarters downtown on Commerce Street. It happened about 3 a.m. yesterday morning. The sculpture, communists, Vladimir Lenin and Mao Zedong. Fortunately, there were no injuries. The investigation by the FBI continues. Oh, man, can we just go through one holiday season without some scammer trying to take advantage of people? Guess not. You're right, Mark. Here we go. Now you need to look out for a text message from the U.S. Postal Service asking for you to pay a redelivery fee. A woman in Virginia just about fell for it, but caught herself just in time. Tia Trevelyan opened up a text that asked for her address. She put it in, and it said there was a $3 charge for redelivery. The website then asked for a credit card number, and that's when Tia said, hold on. She did not fall for it, and now she has some advice.
Don't open anything. As soon as you see where it's supposedly coming from, whether it's a text, email, call the company directly and verify it. Don't even go as far as I did.
Great advice. As far as we can tell, SPS doesn't charge for redelivery. All right, if you have Siri, you may not have to talk to her as much in the future in order to get a response. This is monumental. Instead of saying, hey, Siri, all you have to do is say, Siri. Apple's defending the change because they say, knocking off the hey part requires an advanced AI system, and Apple can be right there with Amazon. The change may not happen until next year or even in 2024.
Small change.
Man, I love that. You don't have to, hey, Siri, you just say,
Siri.
I was waiting to see if ours would go off, but we're good.
Is it all right?
No, we're good.
I disabled mine. Yeah. She was talking too much.
Okay, I'm not going there.
I thought about it for half a second.
Set me up on that.
925, 73 degrees.
And let's take a live look over at Lions Field again. You see there's a line out the door with people waiting to vote.
All right, and again, if you haven't heard, the Powerball numbers are in, and here they are: 10, 33, 41, 47, 56. Powerball 10, Power Play 2. Of note, it appears the jackpot grew to $2.04 billion prior to the delayed drawing. We don't know if there's a winner or not. We won't know that till later today. Be right back. Election day is finally here, and Texans are getting ready to decide who will be the next governor. Locals will also decide who will be the next Bexar County judge, DA, and several other seats.
Tiffany Huertas is live at Lions Field with a look at some of the big races we're going to be watching closely. Hey, good morning.
Good morning again. Excitement continues to build here at Lions Field, and just check a look at this line. It's still around 50 people. One voter tells me that it was about a 30-minute wait in line, so not bad at all. Today, all eyes are on those big races, including the governor of Texas, Beto O'Rourke, challenging Governor Greg Abbott in the highest profile race on the Texas ballot. More than 5 million early votes in Texas have already been cast. Both candidates have been making campaign stops across the state, talking to voters. Last week, Abbott made a stop in Von Army to speak about several issues important to Texans, including those surrounding the border. Abbott shared how he would combat fentanyl coming through the border. Steve Spriester spoke with O'Rourke about issues surrounding abortion, Uvalde, and immigration. O'Rourke says he wants to start a guest worker program to provide a legal way for migrants to fill labor shortages in industries like agriculture, oil, and gas. In the Bexar County District Attorney's race, current DA Joe Gonzalez hopes to secure a second term in a race against Mark LaHood. The district attorney has an important role in not only prosecuting criminals, but representing and protecting crime victims. Democrat Joe Gonzalez was elected in 2019 after defeating the incumbent Nico LaHood. Gonzalez now faces off with Nico's brother, Republican Mark LaHood. And for the first time in more than 20 years, Bexar County will have a new county judge. Nelson Wolf was appointed in office in 2001. Since then, he remained in office, winning 5 consecutive terms. Democrat Peter Sakai and Republican Trista Berry want that seat. Sakai spent 26 years as a judge, overseeing the court system's budget and presiding over cases involving drugs, domestic violence, and family issues. DeBerry, a former TV journalist who then founded a marketing company before turning to politics. She was elected to Bexar County Precinct 3 Commissioner in 2020. Now, we have all the information on all the other races on the ballot on KSAT.com, and we are just learning election officials are dealing with some issues at other polling sites. Coming up at 11, there will be a press conference where they're going to be addressing that and several other things happening today. We'll have that for you on the noon show. Mark, Stephanie.
Tiffany, thank you very much. In other news, a year after he was shot, this young boy is now standing on his own 2 feet, even though doctors said he would never be able to walk again.
John Paul Barajas spoke with 5-year-old Romeo Aguilar, his mother, and a few special friends they've made along their road to recovery.
Step by step, 5-year-old Romeo Aguilar continues to do the impossible. First, he survived a shooting. Then doctors believed his spinal cord injury would rob him of the ability to walk. But Romeo proved them wrong, using a walker within weeks.
He don't use that walker no more. Let me tell you, that walker is long gone.
Just over a year after the shooting, Romeo's mom, Rosella, says his recovery's been great.
No, you're good.
And he's able to enjoy more time just being a kid, like stashing away candy.
I hide them somewhere else.
So your little brothers can't steal them from me?
Exactly.
But Romeo's journey is far from over. He slightly drags one foot, and they're still doing rehab to build strength in his legs.
We went trick-or-treating, his legs got tired, and they just give out. They don't give him a signal, he just starts falling. So we use the wheelchair for them long outings that we have.
The mental battle is just as hard, if not worse, than the physical for Romeo. Rosella says he was diagnosed with PTSD and has nightmares.
Screaming about, get me out the car, they're shooting me.
The day-to-day struggles are made easier with community support and friends made along the way, like an Elmendorf police officer.
He's a lucky young man, he's a strong young man, and like I said, he reminds me of my son. They look just alike. So that's why, when I saw the story, I had to reach out to her.
And San Antonio rapper King Kyle Lee.
He's a soldier. We soldiers together in our community, man. We got to keep fighting for one another. Stop the violence, stop the stupid stuff that's going on.
The family says that support is among their many blessings.
We make every day amazing because we still get to wake up to him and we get to tell him we love him,
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And we did check with San Antonio police, and they said they are still looking for the suspects in Romeo's shooting.
Let's go outside with live cam at just about 9:34 on this election day. And can I put things into perspective weather-wise for us, Sarah?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little election day weather history. Election day is not on the same day every year, but I did go back every 2 years, and this is since 1900. A look at election day weather history. Our warmest election day was back in 1994 when we got up to 86 degrees. Our coldest election day, we got down to 32 degrees freezing back in 1938. And our rainiest was back in 2014, just a few years ago, when we received more than 2 inches of rain. By the way, if you want to know more about exactly what happened on these election days, I've got a great article for you on KSAT.com. It'll take you right to our Whatever the Weather blog. You can go ahead and scan that and find out a little bit about it. Back in 1938, we elected Pappy O'Daniel to the governorship here in Texas. Now, as for our election day, we're going to be pretty close to actually being the warmest election day on record. The warmest election day on record, 86 degrees back in 94. We're going to be up to 85 this afternoon. As you're heading to the polls, you won't have too many interruptions when it comes to the weather, except for perhaps during the evening commute when an isolated thunder shower is possible. We've got, including today, 3 more days of warm weather for us before we see a pretty dramatic change to our forecast just in time for the weekend. We're talking about a strong cold front and how cool it'll get in San Antonio coming up in a few minutes. Mark and Stat.
Thank you, Sarah. We look forward to that. Well, the Nuggets getting the win over the Spurs last night. Their 3rd straight victory, but the Spurs' 4th straight loss.
David is here with RJ Marquez with more on that, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of come back down to earth a little bit, right?
Yeah.
4 straight losses here.
We were talking yesterday, the euphoria is kind of over, buddy. Here's my biggest complaint. You ready for this one?
Uh-oh.
They started at 8:30 last night. It's like this is the playoffs when they play the second of back-to-backs. They had the East Coast game, then they had the win. Oh, I don't know why. What?
Well, okay, ask and you shall receive. So all 30 teams played last night, right? Because there's no NBA action tonight because it's election day.
Right.
And they apparently staggered every start time by 15 minutes. So 15 games, each game was staggered by 15 minutes. I don't know why they did that. I don't know.
Why didn't they stagger it to 7?
I don't know.
Staggered it up.
They would have staggered up instead of staggering us late, 8:30 start. Yeah.
Because full disclosure, I fell asleep in the second half. This is ridiculous. I wake up and had to check my phone, see who won. But for the part I watched,
disappointed. Yeah,
the Spurs actually are hanging in there pretty good. The Nuggets only had an 11-point lead at one point, and the Spurs actually led by 7 at one point. This is a close game, and they other than the turnovers of 24,
yeah, that was
the Spurs
rough.
are right in this thing the whole night.
Yeah,
until
that was
I fell
rough.
asleep.
So I think big thing is here. Obviously, the Spurs had just played Denver the other night. Got pretty good beating there up in Denver. But then they came back here and they were competitive, as you said. They even had a lead, David. I'll let you know they had a lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, oh, thanks.
It was a very brief lead, but they hung in there. Keldon Johnson had himself a nice game, but as you mentioned, too many turnovers. Keldon had 6 turnovers, 30 points, but yeah, those turnovers killing him.
Keldon Johnson is an all-star. I mean, if he's not on the all-star team this year, then it's that all-star thing is a joke. Is a bigger joke than what it already is. But he better be on the all-star team because the kid's already gone. He's averaging like 22 a game, and his career he was averaging 14.
He's one of the top 3-point shooters in the league. I think he's right behind Steph Curry for 3-pointers right now made.
And by the way, so we've played Minnesota 3 times. We've now played Denver 2 times. Are there no other teams in the league? You said there's like 30 teams in the league, right?
Yeah.
Can we not play somebody else? Can we spread this out? Talk about spreading it out.
COVID bubble either.
In the spring.
No.
In the spring.
Yeah, lining him up for later on. Devin Vassell, David, came, you know what? He was back. We remember he had a minutes restriction there, so Devin looking okay there. Struggled a little bit, 17 points, but I was interested in Charles Bassey. He got some playing time. He's a San Antonio connection there, so Bassey looked okay, but you're right.
The 24 turnovers just hurt. I mean,
absolutely.
I think they gave up 20 points of 24 turnovers?
It was a lot of points off of a lot of turnovers.
So they got to clean that mess up. And I think they were averaging like 16 a game before last night.
Right. It's interesting because they're the number 1 team in assist in the NBA right now, but they're one of the bottom teams with turnovers. So obviously they move the ball around, but still some point guard issues there. Keldon's having to.
You ask.
Okay.
And we delivered 31 assists last night.
So
I mean, they are passing the ball around.
Right.
Their offense is moving, and they're not. There's not a one-on-one guy, so they're doing a lot of moving from side to side and around the horn, and you'd like to see that, but you'd like to see them win. But
David,
I can't wait till tomorrow night, though.
Just want to let you know, Steph just called the league office, and we got tomorrow night's game moved up to 7 o'clock for you.
Very nice. Yeah.
So you won't fall asleep.
Got that clout.
Is power right there.
I wish.
And we're playing a team we hadn't played yet.
Yes.
What? We hadn't played the Grizzlies yet, have we?
We have not played the Grizzlies.
It's not the third time we're playing the Grizzlies, so
This is a good turn of events.
Look at Steph. That one phone call.
It'd be nice.
It'd
be nice for us to.
I want the game at 7, and I want to play a different team other than the 5 we played so far.
Okay.
So we get Memphis at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Stephanie just has that direct line to the league office.
I wish.
Adam.
Mr. Silver.
Is this Adam? Adam, listen here. This is the way it's going to go. This is the way we're doing it.
No more late.
David says he wants the game earlier. Okay.
Exactly.
We got this.
All right, so the Spurs are on a 4-game losing streak. They got Memphis coming to town. Memphis is always tough for the Spurs.
Yeah.
So we'll see what.
Memphis and then Milwaukee after that. Couple tough games here.
We'll see if that euphoria has truly evaporated in the next couple of games.
I hope not.
Right.
Yeah, go Spurs, go.
RJ, David, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I can call Adam Silver like that.
I know, right? 9:40, 73 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Up next, Veterans Day is coming up fast, and we're going to have a special spotlight on a new wellness center for veterans and their families to get all the help they need.
Welcome back. Just about 9:44. Veterans Day is this Friday, and as Military City USA, it is a federal holiday that San Antonio holds near and dear.
There are dozens of local organizations that aim to make life easier for our military men and women all year round.
In this KSAT Community Spotlight, Jonathan Cotto gives us an inside look at a new wellness center, making sure veterans and their families get all the help they need.
Veterans Wellness Center at Endeavors is several things. One of the biggest things, though, is that it's a suicide prevention model.
Endeavor's Veteran Wellness Center is a state-of-the-art facility designed with a comforting approach in an effort of providing a number of wellness services to veterans.
It is a place where veterans can come, their families can come to access care from many different angles.
And some of those angles include restoring and improving the overall well-being and quality of life for veterans and their families, as well as preventing suicide.
Every day, we make sure our clients have the resources to manage what they're going through without dying by suicide. We do that every day.
The services provided here at Endeavors are guided by 6 principles of wellness: economic, spiritual, mind, body, knowledge, environmental, and what Endeavors calls connectedness, an emphasis on a basic but very important human need of togetherness.
If someone wants to come in and just get coffee and that's the way they want to access our center, then we welcome that. If they want to come do a meeting here and use our meeting spaces, we have opportunities for that as well.
And at Endeavors, it's mostly veterans helping veterans.
Just the experience that happens when I talk to veterans here, it's just incredible. The stories that they have. We all have stories to tell. And that is what really makes this place great.
Endeavors provides access to integrated health, mental health, and holistic activities that range from yoga to acupuncture.
That's the joy that I have, is seeing these veterans and getting these services.
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And this weekend, there's a huge Veterans Fair happening downtown. It kicks off with a charity run at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then at Hemisphere, there will be music, food, vendors, and more. It's all free and open to anyone, so we have all the details on our website. Just click on the KSAT community section.
Go outside with live cam. Got to be honest, doesn't get much better than this for Election Day. No reason not to go to the polls if you haven't already voted. We've got a few clouds out there, and temperatures are fairly pleasant, Sarah Spivey.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. And, you know, in the afternoon, there is a chance for an isolated thunder shower, but the key word there is isolated. Yeah. Not everyone's going to be seeing rain. A lot like yesterday in the afternoon when there were a couple of showers peppering the radar. I think that's going to be the case this afternoon as well. But let's talk about our weather headlines for the day. Today, humid and warm, like I said, with an isolated shower possible. And through Thursday, we'll have patchy morning drizzle, and it will stay muggy. So including today, we've got about 3 days of kind of the same weather, but then a chilly change. Friday, we're going to get a cold front, and that's going to lead to pretty much a very cool weekend, our chilliest weekend yet of the season so far. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about conditions outside right now. A few clouds out there too. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. It's 72 degrees. We've got east winds at about 10 miles per hour and pretty high humidity. Taking a look at the satellite and temperatures, again, peaks of sunshine replaced by waves of clouds. That's going to be the case for us throughout the day today. 71 in Bulverde, it's 75 in Castroville, 70 in Bandera, 70 in Kerrville. It's 72 in Divine, 75 in Pleasanton, 71 in New Braunfels, and everywhere. It's humid. Dew points are in the upper 60s. That is at the top of the scale. Yesterday, dew points were in the 70s, though, so not quite as humid, but you still notice the mugginess in the air. In your KSAT 12-hour forecast today, we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies around noon, and it's in the afternoon, though. We've got about a 20% chance for an isolated thunder shower. The odds are we're not going to see any lightning, but again, there could be a strike or two if storms get tall enough. So a thunder shower is possible. Coverage will only be 20%. Otherwise, it's going to be warm. 85 for the high temperature this afternoon. And in the evening, temperatures will be falling into the 70s. It's going to be a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, muggy evening. Elsewhere, here's a look at high temperatures in your neighborhood. It'll be 82 in Uvalde, 83 in Gonzales, 81 in Canyon Lake, 85 in Pleasanton, 82 in Del Rio, 89 in Laredo and Cotulla. And a closer view here, 82 in Seguin, 83 in Floresville, 82 in Hondo, 80 in Kerrville, 78 in Helotes, and 80 in Bulverde and Bernie. But let's take a look at the weather setup. Of course, we've been talking throughout the day about Tropical Storm Nicole. Currently has wind speeds of 50 miles per hour. Hurricane season in the Atlantic doesn't end until the end of November, so it's not totally unusual to see a tropical system in November. Well, Nicole is going to strengthen to a hurricane by tomorrow night and impact parts of Florida, the east coast of Florida. Really, rain is going to be the biggest impact from Nicole, but still there could be some higher wind gusts along the eastern coast of Florida if you have interest there. Notice, though, that Nicole takes a sharp turn to the east before falling apart across the northern Atlantic states. And the reason for that is this is our system that's going to be bringing us some much colder air to San Antonio. You can see the snow across parts of Montana, Idaho, and even California. A lot of rain for parts of California too. And look at how cold this air mass is. Temperatures are below zero in parts of the northern Rockies. We will not be looking at freezing temperatures here in San Antonio, but we are going to be seeing that colder air moving through on Friday. Until then, tomorrow morning, some patchy fog and drizzle is possible. In the afternoon, a lot like today, we'll have a few clouds, 83 degrees, 10% chance for a stray shower. And then we start to see the front approaching across parts of the United States and Texas by Thursday morning. We won't see the cold air in San Antonio until Friday, but on Thursday morning, we'll start to see temperatures in the Panhandle tumble. Again, notice that Nicole will be impacting parts of Florida by Thursday, and as that front approaches, it's going to push Nicole off across parts of the Appalachian Mountains, falling apart across the northeast part of the United States. Then on Friday, we're actually going to start off pretty warm, near 70 degrees on Friday, but by about Friday midday hours, our temperatures are going to start to tumble. We're going to have one of those upside down days where it's going to be warmer in the morning and colder in the afternoon. It'll become windy, and then by the weekend, temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s with plenty of cloud cover. So as you take a look at the forecast, it's a little busy for us, pretty much the same weather through Thursday. But then Friday on Veterans Day itself, it's going to become windy. Temperatures are going to fall into the 60s. There's a small chance for a shower with that front, about 20%, but we're really not going to see any kind of drought denting weather with this front. And then over the weekend into next week, it's actually going to stay cloudy and cool. Mornings in the 40s, afternoons in the 50s. I don't anticipate much of a rain chance over the weekend. It's going to be too dry at the surface so that anything that falls would likely evaporate before it hits the ground.
That's good news for the Veterans Day parade. No rain.
Absolutely. It's just going to be a little chilly.
Just a jacket.
All right.
Okay.
Hopefully the crock pots will be going this weekend.
Yes,
right?
they will.
They will.
9:51, 73 degrees.
We'll be right back. And welcome back. It's 9:54. So these are the numbers for the $2.04 billion Powerball jackpot. We have 10, 33, 41, 47, 56, Powerball 10, Power Play 2.
We still haven't heard if there is a winner yet. Stay tuned. Again, it's Election Day. If you haven't voted already, you have until 7 o'clock tonight to cast your ballot. We have a list of all the polling locations on KSAT.com, including other Election Day resources.
Don't forget, VIA is offering free rides to polling locations. All you have to do is show your voter registration card to the bus driver. You can plan your trip to your nearest poll using the Transit and VIA Go mobile app.
Our election coverage begins at 7 o'clock when the polls close. You could watch our Election Night live stream on KSAT.com. Steve Spriester, Stephanie Jimenez, and Myra Arthur will be speaking with guests throughout the evening and also bring you the very latest numbers as they start to come in.
And of course, we're going to have coverage of the results tomorrow on GMSA.
Today, warm with a high of 85, a 20% chance for an isolated shower during your evening commute. We'll copy that weather, paste it through Thursday. Then a big change arrives on Friday, Veterans Day, with a front dropping temperatures over the weekend. Our highs will only be in the 50s. And tomorrow, we're going to have Science with Sarah. You may be wondering why I got a Topo Chico bottle.
Why do you have a Topo Chico bottle?
We're going to make Topo Chico thermometers for our second grade class, so I hope you'll tune in for that.
Yes, we will. So second grade, where at again?
Stahl Elementary.
Okay.
We'll watch you.
Adam Caskey, no offense. It's just an experiment.
I'm not the thermometer guy, okay?
Have a good day.